I first discovered K-pop back in 2008 through the viral sensation that was the Wonder Girls' Nobody. They are widely regarded as one of the first K-pop acts to achieve global success and reach the Western shores. The popularity of this second-generation group made the K-pop industry realize the power of social media and that through it, they could reach beyond Asia. This newfound record-breaking success was only just the beginning. The period of 2008 to 2010 is labeled as the golden age of K-pop, the turning point in the industry that set the course that guided the genre to what it is today. In the decade and a half since I've become a fan, I've watched it evolve and rise in the ranks to become a global powerhouse music genre. The first and second generation set the course and paved the way in so many ways, and it begs the question that if the second gen artists debut today, would they be successful? What made them special? What made me fall in love with the genre back then? That's a lot to handle for one video, but I'm going to keep it short. Consider this my homage of second generation K-pop, and pay attention to how these acts developed a style that we're still seeing today. By the second half of the 2000s, K-pop groups found new popularity in the Korean music scene. Acts like TVXQ, BIGBANG, and the Wonder Girls were making waves in the domestic market by winning various Album and Song of the Year awards, outpacing the soloists that were dominating in the first half of the 2000s. Many K-pop acts, including SM artists BIGBANG and the Wonder Girls in particular, developed a winning formula for viral success by using catchy English hooks in their lyrics. That, and with groups like Girls' Generation and Super Junior, their simple and easy to learn choreography captivated viewers. It made the music memorable for Westerners, and sparked the first set of viral sensations like Wonder Girls' Nobody, BIGBANG's Lies, Super Junior's Sorry Sorry, Girls' Generation's G, and Kara's Mr., and so many more. The standard was set, and the rest of the industry followed suit. More acts were debuting like never before, and their first stop was through social media. Sites like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter were new but effective as they provided fuel for the bonfire of popularity in Asia and across the world. But what made it all special and different then? For one, the music was a fresh take on pop music that many of us across the world, including I, had been craving. Yes, it draws on Western styles, but the production and visual execution was something many of us had never seen before. For me in the US, I saw it as a new representation of pop music that gave me an alternative to the mainstream music scene in my country that I saw as stale and predictable. The golden age of K-pop's music was something to behold. The sounds were completely different from the songs I had heard on the American radio. As the industry began to expand, it began to diversify its breadth of music styles we see today. By this point, if you were new to K-pop, you could find something to enjoy because of the wide variety of music styles it drew on. You had a hip-hop elements with BIGBANG and 21, you had pop sounds with Girls' Generation and Kara, there were rock sounds with FTL and CNBLUE, contemporary R&B-like sounds with 2PM, Shiny, and Beast, and of course the retro sounds of the Wonder Girls and even Tiara. The catalog was getting vast and it only continued to get bigger.
Listen to my heart, be waiting for you. Listen to my heart, be waiting for you. Sorry, babe. Victoria, da-di-di-di-da-da-do. Victoria.
Gen 2 K-pop acts really set the standard in many ways, and in ways Westerners rarely saw, if ever. We saw acts like 2PM doing crazy acrobatics for choreography that left fans shook. Shiny and Infinite elevated what we could expect from acts regarding choreography intensity and synchronization that only had been seen by legendary acts like Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson. Being polished and perfect became the standard, not the exception. Vocally, many acts sang live, and many times while doing choreography. There was less post-production adjustment to vocals than we see today and make it appear that the artists are singing live on music shows. A lot of Gen 2 artists really had to go out there and give it their all, or risk getting blowback for not following the then industry standard. I mean, you look back at acts like Nine Muses and Chi-Chi and they got hate for their debut live stage vocals. But honestly, many 4th gen acts today don't stick their necks out in a live setting in the way those earlier artists did. Okay, real talk, speaking of declining performances, I'm going to go on my old-timer soapbox and reveal a harsh opinion of mine that I generally don't share because it can be controversial. But a big label I won't name has really bothered me over the years with their debuts. In Gen 2, their artists used to be the top in the industry for the quality of their vocalists. Unfortunately, it's obvious that with each subsequent debut, the quality of vocals are generally on the decline. By the debut of their Gen 3 acts, those groups were kind of a hot mess vocally at the beginning of the run, but fortunately they ended up greatly improving as time went on. Then we get to their Gen 4 acts, and we go even lower with the standard for vocals. It has shocked me, and it disappoints me because this label used to place so much of a focus on the quality of the vocal talent. I guess the groups are getting much better now, but again, when you compare the Gen 4 groups to Gen 2 groups like Nine Muses and Chi-Chi, who were immediately shunned for early day vocals, it was much more difficult for them to overcome. But in Gen 4, with the mix of post-production live stage enhanced vocals and overly done music videos, fans just gloss right over the qualities that make a great live entertainer in favor of a heavily produced act. And I think that performers of all genres that can't reproduce their vocalities live are simply not as good as someone who can. And in this case, Gen 2 acts definitely beat the generations that came afterward. Okay, that was a long tangent. If you have been in K-pop for as long as I have and have seen all these debuts, you'll probably be able to guess which company I'm referring to. Share your guess in the comments and don't come after me. On a positive note, it warms my heart to hear about all these Gen 2 acts having a resurgence in popularity. Recent K-pop fans are discovering older ones through chart resurgences, TikTok trends, or the YouTube algorithm. I've seen how shocked fans are to discover the quality of these songs, and yes, I have to agree. Many of the songs in K-pop back then found their own popularity organically. They went viral as a feature in a drama, commercial, YouTube sharing, or even a simple YouTube viral. While we don't see flash mobs very much anymore, they were something to behold when they came together as a community for a single song. There's a difference between a genuine viral versus a company going out of their way to make the choreo be a challenge with the hope that it goes viral. Gen 2 K-pop kinda just went on doing its thing, and when something went mega viral, then we fans were just excited to see K-pop get more exposure and recognition. A lot of Gen 2 K-pop songs stand the test of time. It says something when you see the acts of today cover these songs regularly. Granted, not all Gen 2 K-pop songs stand the test of time. Some are definitely of the time, and that's okay. They had a charm to them, and seeing how K-pop fans discover these gems today and appreciate the artistry goes to show that K-pop is and was something special. Oftentimes, they were the blueprint and foundation for acts and concepts we see today. 2NE1 perfected the girl crush concept that many of today's acts love to rely on. FX perfected the eclectic electro-pop sound with fun and interesting concepts that we see more of today. Those are just two examples, but the point is that Gen 2 in a lot of ways inspired the industry and the artists today and laid the foundation for modern K-pop. And of course, Gen 1 had its role too.
Wow, fantastic, baby. Fans
love to discuss who paved the way and such, and I've already done a video on that specific topic alone, but in short, through hard work, determination, and a lot of trial and error, the first and second generations of K-pop helped make K-pop into the powerhouse genre it is today. The ideas, concepts, and sounds were part of the formula that was needed to make K-pop what we know and love. Please know that I'm not saying that K-pop is shitty today. No, that is far from it. I'm just reflecting back on a period in K-pop history that captivated me and made me fall in love with K-pop as much as it still does for millions of today's fans. It helped me see more of the world, to learn Korean, to pick up and move to Korea to teach English to Korean children, and to see acts that are now considered legendary back when they were debuting in Korea, and even get a master's degree at one of Korea's most prestigious universities. Gen 2 K-pop will forever hold a special place in my heart in so many ways, and to see so many of my faves still working in some capacity gives me so much nostalgia and joy that I always look forward to sharing this piece of history and talent with all of you in the years to come. Well, that's it for today, friends. Share below your favorite second generation K-pop songs below. Thank you all so much for watching and reflecting on this journey with me. Please do me a huge favor of hitting those like and subscribe buttons for me. Check out many more of my videos while you're here, and I shall see you next time.